I Piccadilly Square. It's pretty amazing. I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of thinking it would be more like
The circus?
circus, yeah.
There's someone important right here. Whoever this is. Oh my gosh, it's the Queen. It's the Queen. That's the Queen.
Big Ben was a project started in the early 40s by a team of scientists called the Ben Project.
Oh my gosh, caution tape. What is this? What could this... Wait a minute. Could this whole ring of caution tape be for that one rock right there? Is that serious?
What it was England was trying to race America to get a spaceship up in the orbit, you know. And so they made Big Ben as kind of a launching pad.
It might be a meteorite.
But as it turns out, the spaceship, the funding kind of went out of the door, and Sputnik and the walk on the moon, all this kind of stuff happened, and they had to shut it down. So they just built a clock around this spaceship.
So this is Oliver Cromwell. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but you should be.
He actually built this building brick by brick. Oliver Cromwell did. He was a mason.
He built it with his hands and no tools.
Yeah.
Which is, you know.
And the interesting, he used swords to spread the mortar. That's what made him so famous. He used that very sword right there. They actually took that and, you know, turned it into I think it's a copper statue.
And that's where we get the common term to Cromwell some molding.
But only I know this, and a few other people. There's still a spaceship inside, and you know, when Armageddon comes around, Big Ben's gonna open up, and the Queen and you know her closest couple friends are gonna shoot up into space.
Now, this is the Golden Gate to, I believe, Hyde Park, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I think this is a more accurate Golden Gate than the actual Golden Gate Bridge, because really it doesn't make any sense, because the Golden Gate Bridge is red, which gold is not red. Now, the other interesting thing about this Golden Gate is it looks like a very, like it's fortifying, like it'd be hard to get through. It's made out of solid gold. But it's really just for show, because if you look over here, you can just go right around it. So I kind of wonder what's the point of the gate. It seems like a really big waste of time and space and materials to put a gate there. You just go around, and then to top it off, they make it out of solid gold. Come on. Well, I think that brick actually fell out of a cargo plane.
During World War II?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the nice things about being royalty is you're able to defecate wherever you want. So you know we're close to Buckingham Palace. You know we're close to where the Queen resides, because we know that somebody in the royal family has been here, probably jogging right here, because they left their trademark royal droppings right here.
This might be the Queen's favorite stone that she's misplaced.
That's what it is. It was Queen Victoria's favorite stone, and she's left it there. Good chance you'd see Prince Charles. I think that's Prince Charles' poo right there.
It looks. I mean, I'm not a huge pooologist, but I would put money on it.
You're a better pooologist than you give yourself credit for, Scott.
That's true. Well, I appreciate that.
No, actually, I think it was Henry VIII when he decided to when he decided to leave Catherine of Aragon for Anne Boleyn. What he did is he was here and decided to convert he wanted to become a Protestant country instead of Catholicism. It's part of the Protestant Reformation. And in protest, he took one of the bricks from the chapel here and threw it through the top window there, and it came and it landed here. And this stone right here, this stone is what sparked the Protestant Reformation.
This is actually Prince Henry's like kind of his pad for when he like wants to get with women. I've never been to like the top floor, but this is what I've heard. He goes to dance clubs and he says, "I'm Prince Henry," and that usually gets the girls when he's a prince. He brings them back here. I mean, you can tell he's been
Yeah.
lots of girls.
Royalty droppings, a whole trail of them that go on
Right.
And they mysteriously stop right there under the arch.
Just, how convenient, right? Goes to the top floor, and from what I'm told, it's lined with mirrors and massage chairs and various lotions and bubble baths, and it's almost disgusting how much perversion goes on up there. But you gotta respect the guy. He really knows how to wine and dine.
And crap on the ground.
Okay.
Very in shape, the London people. They like to jog. I've seen a lot of joggers.
Lots of joggers.
Maybe it's just that time of year. I mean, the dead of winter is usually the best time to jog outdoors in parks in the middle of the city. But
That's what I found also.
yeah,
Anyway.
it's almost cliche. They have a lot of double-decker buses here. Now, I heard a story that they got the double-decker buses idea. Tony Blair really liked double-decker tacos from Taco Bell. And so he decided to implement that same sort of philosophy in their public transportation system. Is that true?
Well, initially he wanted to make it double-decker trains because he thought that'd be more practical. But as it turns out, it would have been a huge. It basically would have put the entire English economy into a deficit. George Harrison. And so he decided to implement it on the bus rather than the train. And it ended up working out pretty good because a bunch of tourists go on those and everyone else don't.
And the interesting thing is you don't find too many Taco Bells here with double-decker tacos. You'd think Tony Blair would have just, instead of like trying to pay an homage to the double-decker taco by turning buses into double-deckers, you'd think he'd just get double-decker tacos at Taco Bell. Apparently, there's a lot of lions in Great Britain. They have lions everywhere.
Well,
Are they native to London?
I think yes. I know that there are a lot of domestic lions here. I mean, I've seen probably a dozen so far. Just kind of
Like as pets?
Well, I mean, I've seen one or two as pets, but most kind of like just going through back alleys and just minding their own business. Try to stay away from them.
Alright.
Dead, 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 Big Ben, dead, 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 Big Ben, dead.
How'd you get so big, Ben? This is Queen Elizabeth II's Conference Center that was constructed in 1742, and it's one of the few buildings that has gone under no sort of restoration. It's actually all the original architecture from the Enlightenment period. So they don't seem like they're protecting much. It seems like they're more playing music than they are protecting the Queen. Is that what it looks like to you?
I mean, it's one of those things where once you get to that music, the less you're able to even move. They found it a lot more powerful way of stopping crime and terrorism.
Yes, there it is.
This is the River Thames. This is where all the sewage of London and the UK is actually drained into this river.
This is the official Land Rover of the Queen.
If you look over there, those are the kids that just snuck in. They just went through between the bars.
And now they're locked in there forever.
It shows how ineffective these guards are. These kids just can get in there without, maybe if they arm these guards with some weapons instead of instruments, they could keep those kids from sneaking in, but
I guess not. I mean, they don't even notice them. There's like a huge crowd of kids right there.
well, these guys are actually circus guards for the Piccadilly Circus. If you notice, this is where this is where all the circus performers stay, here in this palace. They call it actually the Palace of the Circus Performers, the Piccadilly Palace. Now, if you look at the traditional golden helmets, those were actually given to them by by the Queen, and they've been passed down from generation to generation since the Norman invasion in 1066. Well, over in the summertime, instead of meeting indoors, normally the whole Parliament comes out here and they legislate out here in the grass. So I hear Coldplay is going to be playing after the band. Is that true?
That is true. They're setting up the stage right now for Coldplay, and there's rumors of U2. I don't know if it's true. I mean, he kind of, Bono does that. He'll sometimes just skydive into it.
Yeah. I remember last time I hear Bono did skydive into the changing the guard ceremony.
Okay, so we're in rape tunnel number 2.
Yes, it's a rape tunnel.
It's actually named rape tunnel for the many rapings that go on daily here.
That are legal. It's one of the few places in Europe where raping is actually legal and encouraged. And we were complaining about our load. Look at this dude. These guys got it, everything. He's like, I think he's hiking to Scotland.
I know for a fact he is. I talked to him earlier.
By decree of the Queen herself.
And similar to how the changing of the guard happens to that level of importance.
Pomp and circumstance.
That is how much ripping goes on here.
This is where James Bond usually resides. This is also...
Well, it's where every James Bond resides.
Yes. Like who the current James Bond, the actor that's playing, James Bond gets to live here through his, his time as being James Bond. So, when Pierce Brosnan was James Bond during the 90s, this is where he lived. And right now, Daniel Craig lives here. But we all know that Sean Connery and Roger Moore have all graced these holy grounds with their presence.
Some would argue that this is Sean Connery's house, and the other James Bonds almost just stay in it.
Well, a lot of people say this is the house that Sean Connery built. One thing I want to point out, this right here, this car, the Led Zeppelin car. This was actually owned by Robert Plant, and he actually parked it here in 1967, and they left it here, and they've left it here ever since. Well, we went back to our place, and you could take a shower, and the Queen of England was actually in the shower.
Oh, so annoying.
At our hostel.
Dumb BS.
And she took forever. She just was taking the sheet, and she kept on trying to. I kept on asking when she'd be done. She's just come on in. Just come on in.
It was just gross.
No, she's an old lady. I mean, she's royal. That's cool, but like, I just wasn't feeling it. So,
Brent, that's like off the palm, you know.
Yeah.
Too old.
Yeah.
She was like 20 years younger, maybe.
Maybe I would think about it, but there was really nothing in it for me. So just declined on the shower part. Come on, England. You're smarter than that.
Bloody wankers.
It's a mystery. It's kind of a legend in Great Britain, and nobody knows why they call the tube, and everyone wants to know, but no one seems to know how they can figure it out. This is really sketchy.
I think we're gonna get bugged. There's no one here. I'm afraid for my life right now. I'm gonna the camera is gonna get bugged.
That's your call.
I can keep it out just a little longer. Okay, I'm so scared right now.
Yeah, this subway station smells like urine.
There's no one here.
There's knife marks on the walls.
The blood stains. This is alright.
Aborted fetuses in the corners.
If this is the last thing you ever hear of us, I'm sorry, okay? And I love you.